Hey, it's James, Father's Rights and Resources, hashtag how I got custody. Real quick, I had a guy who went to court. He had some of my packets and paperwork, and a family court commissioner said, I don't know who did your paperwork, but I'm not buying it. Now, if a judge or commissioner, this is why you guys got to think about what's going on. Like, he was caught off guard. I never heard anybody say it like that before. I've heard people say, well, who's doing your paperwork? And where did you get help from? Or did somebody write your paperwork? When you go to court, whatever they're attacking you with, apply it to everybody else. Okay, what if they said that to the mother? Oh, the mother's got an attorney. Do they say, who did your paperwork? The mother didn't do paper. This is where the art or skill of you being able to think quick on your feet includes not emotionally reacting or getting froze up or shutting down. It includes pausing for a second and thinking, what are they saying? Would they say that to somebody else? Remember, I've had some videos where I tell you guys when a guardian ad litem or somebody says, like I had a woman, guardian ad litem was talking about how she doesn't have a car. And they're saying, well, she walks everywhere and she can't be walking or riding her bike or doing alternative transportation. She lives right next to the kid and right next to the school. The obvious argument, first of all, the obvious plain argument, think about it for a second. If you didn't have a car and you could walk and pick up your kid and walk them to the school and stuff like that, if the judge says, or the judge or guardian ad litem or somebody reports, this person can't be a good parent, can't have custody or a lot of time because they walk or they don't have a car. Based upon some stuff I've told you guys, what do you think you should say? They're saying you can't parent your child 50% of the time or equally because that parent has a car and you don't. Right off the bat, think about there's a couple of things right off the bat. First of all, so a car is more important than love and relationships? You know, the video I just did on YouTube, I think I posted on TikTok, about that attorney who's talking from his law firm's page, and he's in there saying, we judges and lawyers and commissioners got together and said, this is what you need to say in court to impress us. He said nothing about the factors in the law. These guys make up their own rules and their own culture. But you guys got to do something about it. I just talked to somebody who is still complaining about her judge from 3 years ago. She got custody after the dad had custody, and the dad was abusive. And actually, it was the same judge that I had. And then she went to the Court of Appeals and got him removed for being biased and stuff like that. And I said, have you ever filed a complaint about him? Because she'll call and talk to me, or she'll DM me on Facebook, and she'll tell me over and over again how corrupt this judge is. But this is the problem. You guys go through your custody case, and if you win or you do well or you expose somebody, then you never do anything about it. Why the hell are you whining and complaining if you're not going to do something about it? This lady has a great case to get this judge in trouble. She won in the Court of Appeals. I think I'm about the only one who ever complains about this judge because he's one of the big dog judges. But see, you guys do absolutely nothing about this stuff. That's why I don't want to hear the complaining, because you guys aren't doing jack shit about it. You don't stand up for anything in court. Then you tell me, well, I can't stand up because it's going to look bad. What the F are you doing in court then? Go run and tuck your tail like the bitch you are and get out of court. Either go to court and fight or lay down. You don't get in a boxing ring and dance around and say, I don't want to get hit. You signed up to get hit. You don't do that in a football game. You don't get on the road and drive 5 miles an hour just in case there's an accident. You drive like everybody else, and there's a risk to it. The hell are you doing in court if you're going to dance around and prance around and never hold anybody accountable? That's the whole point of court. You have oral argument. You contest facts. You confront witnesses. Everything about it is competitive. And you want to turn into a crying, sissy little bitch who doesn't want to stand up for yourself in court when court is created to stand up for yourself and confront your accusers. All these legal principles in here. When you watch Law and Order or a legal movie like A Few Good Men or The Client or Aaron Brockovich, or everything about being in the law in the court system is confrontational and competitive. And you guys turn into these fruity little gay bitches who want to just have free love and wonderful get along with everybody. You have an enemy coming after you to destroy your life with your kid, and you want to turn into a sissy little coward. That's all I hear all day long, every single day, and it makes no freaking sense. And then when I tell you to grow some balls and stop doing the stupid stuff, then I get haters who come on my page and say, I must have lost my baby's mom and she broke up with me because I'm not good in bed. I got fruity little gay stalker dudes sitting there obsessed with how good I am in bed and stuff. Then the same guy who says that to me calls me up and says, oh, James, we could help each other out. I'm just trying to help you. Dumbass, retarded, mentally ill, bitch-made thong wearing punk. So let me get back to the main point. So a judge says, hey, I'm not buying your paperwork, or who did your paperwork? What's the first thing you would say? Your Honor, the mother didn't do her paperwork. A paralegal did it, or the law firm did it. That's not how she talks or writes. Yet you're not criticizing her. How come you're criticizing me for getting some legal help? Is what I'm saying true or not? Is that the law or not? Are you in here getting pissed because you don't like somebody coming in here for free? Call it what it is. Stop getting emotionally triggered and then you say some stupid ass response that has nothing to do with what they're talking about. Apply what they're saying to everybody. Or take it to the extreme. Oh, you don't like my paperwork because somebody else wrote it? Well, the mother didn't write any of her paperwork. She has a lawyer doing it. So let's throw all her paperwork out. Take what they're saying to the extreme. Have some balls to actually take what they're saying and use it back against them. That's another thing. You guys won't take what they're saying and apply what they're saying, because if you do, then you have to stand up to the judge and you have to apply it. And you're a bunch of pussy-ass bitch-made cowards that you don't want to do that because you're scared that you're going to immediately be sentenced to hell for all eternity if you actually tell the judge what they just said to you and apply it to somebody else. The level of cowardice in bitch-made, sissy, fruity gay boys wanting to prance around the court system, not confront anybody, is insane. So the other example I gave, the guardian ad litem reports, oh, the mother shouldn't have more than every other weekend because she walks. Okay. Again, I think I already said it. My main point is, so cars are more important than love. The kid cared. Oh my God! When the kid gets in the car, I'm so glad mom has a car now. Now I get to spend more time with her. Actually, in that case, the lady told me the guardian ad litem said the child wants to spend more time with the mom, but the guardian ad litem has all kinds of reasons that they don't like the mom because she's confrontational or whatever in court. And she's filed a bunch of motions. Now she's done some stuff wrong, and that's probably what hurt her before because she didn't do it right, and it looks like she's abusing the system, whatever. But if you do stuff right and within the bounds of the law, see what happens is it's just like in Jim Crow South. If a black person comes in there and demands their due process right to an attorney, and they demand all these rights that everybody has. They don't want them to get treated like equally like white people, so they will shit on them and stop them from exercising their rights. But anybody with courage wouldn't let that stop them. If you're a visiting team and the other team, like up here in Seattle, the Seattle Seahawks, we have one of the loudest stadiums ever in the history of the NFL, and they built it like that to be loud. If people come in to the stadium, they go, oh my God, they're going to scream so loud and I won't be able to call plays. Let's just forfeit. That would be a bitch-ass, coward, soft, fruity, unmanly thing to do. But that's what guys do. Oh, I'm gonna get opposition when I go into this arena because they're anti-father. So what? Your life with your kid is at stake. So what I was talking to this mother, and I was saying, okay, if walking is bad for kids, we should have taken kids away from every single parent back in the day when they went by horse and buggy. Or better yet, right now, there's millions of mothers who take the bus, who are on welfare and all this. Let's go round up all of them because they're dangerous to their kids. And then she's allowed to have every other weekend, so they trust the mother with the child on the weekends. So walking is only dangerous during the week. And there's other kids who walk to the school. So if you take what they say and then you apply it and you run with it and use their own words against everybody else, that's an easy argument to make.